common mistakes, and you can help me fix them. So, the first one. This student wrote, when they are arriving. So what's wrong there? This is a problem of word order. So, what do we need to do when we have a question? We need to change the order of the words. So in this case, it would have to be, when are they arriving? Okay? When are they arriving? So be careful of the word order, especially in questions. The other student wrote, they bring the drinks tomorrow. How can we fix that? What's missing? Let's say that's what's missing is going to. That's one way to talk about the future, right? So where would we put that? They are going to bring the drinks tomorrow. They are going to bring the drinks tomorrow. Okay, good. Another student wrote, she going to be happy. What did this student forget? Forgot the verb to be. So what should it be? She is going to be happy. All right, next. This person wrote, you're going to be late. So what's wrong there? Look carefully. So this is a spelling mistake. What should it be? You're spelled like this. Y-O-U''R-E. This is short for you are going to be late. But Y-O-U-R is the possessive form of you, like your book, your office, like that. That has a different meaning, and you don't want to mix up these two words. Next, this person wrote, he's gonna call you later. So what's going on there? What is that? You might have heard it. Okay, people do use it. But this term, he's gonna, is slang. So, does that mean you can never use it? No, you can, but you need to be aware that it is slang. It is not formal English. It is not informal English either. Because even in informal English, we can use good English. And then there's slang. And you can use slang with your friends if you're just fooling around, something like that, but just be aware that it is slang and you don't maybe you don't want to use it in a professional situation or something like that, or in an academic situation. Okay? So be careful of this one. And if you don't want to use it, then you'd have to say he's going to call you later. Okay? All right, and let's look at this one. This person wrote, talking about the future, Donna is driving to Florida. Okay, so what's happening there? As such, grammatically the sentence is correct. Donna is driving to Florida. But what does it mean right now? It's present continuous. It means this is happening right now. But that's not what we wanted to say. We wanted to say about the future. We wanted to talk about the future. So what do we need to add? We need to add the time marker, some kind of phrase to indicate that we're talking about the future. So we could say Donna is driving to Florida next week or tomorrow or anything else like that, okay? Next summer, anything, some kind of time marker. And then now it's complete because you're using the present continuous for the future with a time marker. So be careful of these kind of mistakes when you are using these expressions and tenses. Now let's finish by doing a quick review of what we learned in this class. So we learned how to use going to talk about the future. We learned how to use the present continuous for the future. We learned when to use them and how to use them, right? And by now, you should feel comfortable making sentences and questions like these. Let's have a quick look. He's going to travel. He's not going to travel. he isn't going to travel. Or is he going to travel? Right? So we had our positive sentence, our negative sentences, and our question. And we could add the question word like, when is he going to travel? Where is he going to travel? And so on. Okay? You've got it now. You have. All right. Also, we could use what? Present continuous for the future. For example, they're moving in May. What does it mean to move? To change your house from this house to another house, to move from this city to another city. Okay? The negative, they're not moving in May. Or they aren't moving in May. Or are they moving in May? All right? So when you can move comfortably between these kind of sentences, sometimes using present continuous, sometimes using going to, in informal situations for things that are planned, then you know how to use these to talk about the future. All right? So where can you go from here? Well, the best way is really to write some sentences about your own life. What are you going to do after this lesson? What are you going to do this weekend? What are you going to do this month, this year? Write some sentences about yourself, your family, things like that. And that way you'll make it personal and it will also feel more meaningful to you because you're actually using it in a sensible way to talk about yourself and about things that matter to you. Okay? Then, when you're ready, you can move on to watch the next video in this series, which will help you to make further progress.